Friends, hi everyone, this is Mikey and JJ. Today is our special day. Today, Mikey and I are going to go through the maze inside me. It's really something incredible.
Yes, it's really true. One of the villagers said he made a maze inside JJ. So we were curious to go through it.
We don't know at all what will happen inside, so we're preparing for the worst.
For the first time, we will probably be divided into rooms. And of course, we will start from different points. We have a few tasks to do. First, I need to find with Mikey in the maze. Second, there is a challenge in the maze. If we can find it, we should be given an incredibly cool and useful map with which we will be able to get out.
It's really going to be incredibly difficult because the maze is really incredibly huge and it looks really, really weird. It's made up of blocks of leaves, which is why the corridors are constantly confusing. You can't figure out exactly where you are. It's going to be a really big challenge for us. After all, I love mazes very much, but JJ hates them.
That's really true. I would literally give anything not to have to go through this maze. I feel like it's only getting worse. It's really huge here and I don't even know where I should or shouldn't go. Would there even be clues?
Oh, JJ, I can see you a little bit. Just keep running and then you'll definitely find your way out. Stick to one side of the wall. This is the most important thing when going through any maze. You have to stick to one wall at all times.
That way you will find the exit sooner or later. You don't have to run around trying to guess. That often doesn't help anyone.
I hear you, Mikey. But if I really need help that I'm going to give up, then please come. Save me from this maze, because I don't want to be here at all. Friends, if you're asking why we're here, it's all Mikey's initiative. He's the one who decided we should come here, because some villager told him that there are some incredibly big prizes in this maze, like diamonds and emeralds.
He said there was some wizard who had created a new world. I wondered what that world was, and we were led into a maze.
Most likely, if we can make it through this maze, we can go to the new world. As far as I'm concerned, that's just incredibly cool.
Yes, exploring new worlds is always fun, especially in the company of you. Okay, let's try to do it. Unless it's a world with monsters that want to destroy everyone, you do realize we can't let anyone into our world. No monsters!
Yes, of course I remember that, JJ. If that world is very dangerous, we'll be done with it. I'm not going there. We'll find something else.
Phew. Running through these mazes is really hard. I mean, you get tired of seeing the same thing and trying to find a way out. It's really very stressful.
I really hope we can find a way out. As the villager said, we have a very interesting challenge ahead of us. The map of this maze is incredibly useful. With its help, we can find a way out of any situation.
Yes, a map would be very useful. After all, whoever made this maze as a challenge is really some kind of genius. It's impossible to just get through it.
Don't give up, JJ. We have to do our first part. We have to find our friends here, and then it will really be easier.
But I don't hear any sounds from you at all. I already want to call for help. I just don't have any other choice. I want to follow the same paths, and they lead me back to this circle. Why does everything look so awful? I think someone is really laughing at us. But it's not funny at all. If the wizard is messing with us, we'll destroy him for sure. I'll take all his diamonds and emeralds. I'll just leave him to go through this maze every time. I'll watch him and see how much he enjoys doing it all.
Oh, JJ's really getting pretty pissed off. I guess it's time for me to really have to save him. I'm going to start digging and breaking down these walls to get to him. Hold on to it for a while, JJ. I'll be sure to find you.
Whew. Finally, Mikey can get to me and save me. This is going to be really cool. He's the only one you can go through mazes with. Climbing in on your own, that's really awful. I don't like mazes at all. I'd rather have parkour for me instead. I'd really show more.
JJ, I'll find you now, and for sure we can get through this maze. The most important thing is not to give up before time. I'm going to find you now. It will be easier from here.
That's the big problem. When I don't see a way out, I feel like I just don't have a chance to do anything about it.
But you did fall down here, and you're doing something about it. That's quite an accomplishment. Just wait. I'll find you myself, and we'll move on. There's gotta be a test somewhere.
I'm tired of there being no way out anywhere. I want to really escape from here and not go through this maze anymore.
Be patient a little longer, JJ. I'm already starting to break down these walls and get through somewhere. I think I've seen this challenge somewhere around here before.
Oh, Mikey, I really heard you. You actually broke down the wall and made it to this challenge. That's awesome!
I think I figured out what the challenge is. We just have to guess where we're supposed to step. All these pressure plates can actually be activated. If you step on the wrong one, you get teleported back to the beginning.
So, we have to try to get to the end. Is this the challenge they were talking about? If so, it's incredibly difficult.
Yes, that's probably it. To get us through here, we'll need to memorize all the combinations of where we need to go and how we need to move. And I mean, it's going to be almost impossible to do that. We can try, but it's going to be a lot less than what we would normally do.
Every trap like this has a system. If we follow it, we can get to the end, even though it will take us a lot of our time.
But without a map, this maze will be even more difficult. I don't want to just walk around guessing where to turn, so we will try to do it. It really looks interesting. A trap for memory and careful movements. After all, if you step in, it sends you back out.
It's really unique, to tell you the truth. I haven't been to any traps like this yet, so I think it looks incredibly cool. If we can get through this, it means there's absolutely little left. We'll be able to follow the map through this maze and get completely out of it.
But the biggest challenge, of course, is inside the challenge. Are we really willing to spend that much time?
We just need to break the slabs that won't activate the teleporter. In that case, we'll save a lot more time. After all, we don't have any blocks.
Yes, you're right. That's a really good idea. If we remove the inactive slabs, we can go much farther. The problem is that I really don't understand much about the principle of the trap. But it's problematic to get through.
Mikey, I have incredibly strong confidence in you. If you can actually do it all and get through it, it'll be incredibly cool. The sooner we finish here, the sooner we can get through the maze and get all our rewards. Let's do our best.
I am trying. It's just the problem is that it's not an easy process. I'm trying to do it as carefully as possible.
I'm sure we're the only ones who could get through this. If it were just the villagers here, they would definitely give up and never come here again. This challenge keeps telling you go back and try again. I hate that feeling of not being able to do anything, even get through just going through these traps.
But we're heading in the right direction. I'll be able to get through more and more without making a single mistake. That's really the most important thing.
Mikey's doing an incredible job. It's really like he's figured out the system and keeps going. It's amazing.
It's not amazing at all. If you understand the structure once, you know where you need to step and where you don't need to step. This trap was really made by someone who is not very creative. He keeps repeating his moves and I just memorize them. It's nothing special.
We only have a short time left, and we can claim our prize. There are probably some maps in there. We can use them to get through this maze.
Yes, there's not much left, but I made a mistake. JJ, please go all the way through. Jump over and take our prize.
Mikey, I made the jump and I'm at the end. It was really hard, but you and I made it through. Now you have to get to the end.
I want to get to the end too and see what's out there. If there really are maps waiting for us there, it will be a quick maze to get through.
Yoo-hoo, Mikey. I did it. I made it all the way to the end and now I can take the prize. There really are cards in this chest.
You take one, I'll take the other. Oh, mine really shows everything. I can definitely get us out if you follow me.
My map probably shows a completely different labyrinth or one we haven't gotten to yet. Guess we'll have to use Mikey's map.
It's much easier to get through this maze with a map. I'm getting a totally cool understanding now. I know where we need to go. The first thing we have to do is find the button. Or rather, we'll find the chest and there'll be a button inside.
Isn't there an iron door at the very end? Oh, how cleverly they've done it. That's why we'll have to figure out how to get around it. The most important thing for me is to keep up with Mikey. But it's really complicated. It's all so obvious.
That's easy enough, JJ. Just run after me. I've already figured out where we need to run to. All that's left is to reach our destination. We'll get the button. We'll open the door and pass the test. And then we'll go to the other world.
Oh, I must be a little lost. There you are, all right. Let's move on. Can you imagine what will happen in that world? Just a little bit?
I think there must be something incredibly interesting there. If there's some kind of wizard in there, we should definitely encounter magic.
We don't know whether that wizard is good or evil. First of all, we should just get inside this new world. And then we'll see.
Yoo-hoo! We finally found the right button. Now all we have to do is break the wall at the very end and make our way to the door. It must be around here somewhere.
Yoo-hoo, we did it! We made it through all these challenges in this maze. Now we're going to go to another world.
Our trials are just beginning. So don't relax early, JJ. We have to be ready for anything.
Apparently, we need to press a button to get the process started. Let's do it and show our friends everything. Whoa, Mikey, we really did teleport after all. Would you look at what's going on around us? Where are we even going?
It's a different world. We're in some kind of library right now. I understand as much as you do.
The problem is, where do we go from here? It's really confusing here. There are so many different rooms and like worlds.
It's probably some of this wizard's magic. Maybe he created some more worlds of his own volition. Let's run around and see.
The problem is that we don't even know what exactly we're looking for. It feels like there are so many rooms with different worlds in them.
Yes, I've heard that this world is called 1001 Worlds. So there could be such a structure to all of this.
That sounds really scary. If there really are 1,000 worlds here, what are we supposed to find? It's unlikely that we'll be able to find that one magician among all of them. It's almost impossible. I think it's incredibly difficult.
So we have to move on. We have to finish this as soon as possible, once and for all. We need to somehow find that magician and talk to him.
You summoned me, Mikey and JJ? You did make it through the first maze, but you'll never make it through the second.
Wizard, is that you? We want to get the great power or get out of here. If this place is so weird, why do we have to be here?
I'll let you get out of this world if you fight against the lizard army. Only then will you get your freedom and a lot of diamonds.
JJ, look! There really are 2 legendary swords inside the chest. That means we can now start our battle and destroy everyone.
Wizard, we are fully prepared to start the battle against your army. You will not intimidate us. We have destroyed monsters like you can't even imagine.
If you think this will scare me in any way, you are very much mistaken. My warriors are indeed incredibly strong.
JJ, let's attack them. We really are much stronger than them and everyone knows it. Our friends will support us.
Mikey, look at how many of them there are. We're going to have to fight for a really long time. We're going to have to destroy them all.
The only problem is that we have legendary swords. That's a really big bonus. But there's only 2 of us. They don't have to destroy any of us. After all, if that happens, we'll lose this battle. It will be impossible to win it.
So, let's stick together. Help each other. The most important thing is that they don't corner you. Then they'll destroy you for sure.
I'll keep running and beating them. That's the best tactic to win. It couldn't be better.
The whole problem is, and the big question is, how long are we going to beat them? After all, they do have a lot of HP. Yeah, and there's a lot of them.
These are special magical warriors. I gave them my protection. They will be very hard to defeat, even for you. I have prepared well because I was told who is opposing me. So your test will be very difficult indeed. That's why I have created the perfect platform for you.
This is a really big challenge. If he's really prepared, we need to wait for the trap. They have a lot of HP already.
We'll just have to adapt to it all. After all, if we give up, we'll be in this world forever. That's the worst that can happen. We have to hold out and save ourselves.
Yeah, I can't stand living in a world with so many more worlds. It hits you hard in the head and you can't figure out what to do at all. I want to finish this battle as soon as possible to go celebrate and eat cookies and watch cartoons, of course.
Yes, this is really important. The sooner we finish, the better it will be for all of us.
We just have to get out there and fight them all the way to the end and beat them once and for all. That's our way. We should definitely not give up against such enemies. No matter how much armor they have, we will still defeat them sooner or later. We have legendary swords, and that means we can break through their armor, whether it's magical armor or completely ordinary armor.
You're completely right. We've always fought against monsters that are much stronger and bigger than us. Nothing scares us anymore.
To tell you the truth, I'm really surprised at your resilience. But you must realize that you can't defeat my magical creatures.
We'll see about that. If things get really bad for us, we'll use our magic. It's much stronger than all those legendary swords.
Mikey, let's show him what magic is. Yes, friends, it's a real minigun and rocket launchers. With a weapon like this, all these monsters will be destroyed in no time.
Take that. If you really want to fight me, try to beat my minigun. It won't be that easy. But that's why I'll destroy them all.
This is really the strongest thing we have. Mikey, give me some rocket launchers. I'm about to show everyone what it's like to fight against me and you too.
Oh, I totally didn't expect you to have such weapons. If you really use it, you can defeat my army. I can't let that happen.
There's nothing you can do about it, Mage. We'll just take them all and destroy them all. JJ, here's your weapon. Hold it.
This is unbelievably cool. I'm gonna show all our friends how fast we can beat these monsters.
Rocket launchers completely destroyed all those monsters. Most importantly, please don't blow yourself up. This is really important. We have to win.
That's why we will win in this world. Magician, be prepared to do everything you promised. That's a lot of diamonds, and let us go back to our world.
Yoo-hoo, we did it, JJ. We were able to pass all the tests and prove that we are the best. 2 mazes and monsters were passed.
We finally did it. Now we can rest, have fun, and eat cookies.